Coming to you from Dodge Park, welcome to an early spring edition of Sterling Report. With May being Shine Month in Sterling Heights, many residents are encouraged to beautify the community. The county got an early start. More than 20 years ago, Macomb County entered into the Adopt a Road program. 1,000 miles of roadway exist in Macomb County, and last week, the county exec encouraged residents to volunteer their time. Mark Hackle led a team of staff members and family members, including his young nephews, to take part in cleaning up the portion of Metro Parkway that he adopted. Mr. Hackle explains the importance of cleaning up our roads.
So we got a couple issues here: public safety, environmental, and one of the ones I think that is very important that sometimes often gets left out of the mix is what I call back from law enforcement days is the broken windows theory. People don't like driving down highways or coming into a community where they see a bunch of trash, debris, broken down buildings. Well, that's the same with our roads, and probably many people that are listening to this would attest to when they go out of state someplace. They're down in Florida, they come back home, and they're saying, why do our highways look so bad on the shoulders of the road? Why can't we clean them up? And they're absolutely right. So we try to do this with a spring cleaning once a year at least from the Department of Roads. Again, I-94 is cleaned up, 696 cleaned up. We're going to be working on Hall Road. We're going to be working on the 53 bypass.
Over 500 miles has been adopted in Macomb County. That may seem like a lot, but that means close to half of the roads in our county are not being cleaned up. Mark Hackle has issued a challenge for more people to volunteer.
Commitment of time is very simple. What do I mean by that? Once, twice a year. That's all we're asking people to get out there, especially during the springtime. Clean up that stretch of roadway that they adopt, usually about a mile. It doesn't take much. You're out in the fresh air, you're getting a little bit of exercise, but you're giving back to your community.
If you feel up to the challenge, you can visit the Macomb County Adopt a Road website at macombcountymi.gov/adoptaroad. Moving on, the featured artist work is now on display in the lower level of City Hall. Dominic Oro is an art educator who has many custom drawings and illustrations on display. Many of his works are based in realism, the realm of fantasy, science fiction, and superheroes.
But the work that I chose to do is pretty much roundabout. I don't like to stick to one genre. I was always told to, back in college, they said, well, you know, you should pick one genre, just do this, do that, either realism, fantasy. I said, well, why can't my genre just be everything?
Dominic's first love is charcoal black and white, but he has added color to enhance his work and give it more depth.
I felt, you know, I should throw a little something in there. And then I just started kind of going and experimenting more with color and throwing more emotion into my work. So yeah, it is kind of, you know, I kind of default back to the black and white when I believe that it's needed. And then, you know, if I think I need to throw in a little bit of color and emotion into it, I'll throw a little bit. There's a few comic book artists who I enjoy looking at, and they kind of throw very small amounts of color into their work, and it sort of makes it pop.
As a teacher, Dominic's advice to young students is to not limit yourself.
I'm actually a certified art teacher, and one of the things I do tell my students is to not limit themselves. Experiment, play around, don't just do one thing because everyone says that you need to do that. Because you never know what you're missing if you just stick with one thing. Play around, and then if you find something that you like, then stick with it, if that's the genre that you want to pick.
More of Dominic's work can be found in the Friends of the Library bookstore. That's going to wrap up this edition of Sterling Report. Till next time, take care.